Gabriella, why'd you come on here?
To save our marriage. I need him to make more money. I need him to really have a fire under his ass about what his career plans are.
I'm a traveling electrician.
And you have a side job as well?
I'll pick up at a local brewery to make extra income.
I begged him, please do not pick up shifts in the weekends because you're not home all week.
You spend more than you make every single month. Your debt is growing faster than you can pay it off. This is how a lot of people go homeless.
That fear is always with me. And I just stopped doing it.
And what happened?
Nothing was picked up on, no initiation, no budget. We didn't submit our taxes. We haven't paid our taxes. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what hole we're in.
Wants to pursue after high school. If things don't change before she enters high school in 3 years, I would want to separate. Ella, what's that number?
109%.
Okay, so 109%. So y'all are broke.
Mm-hmm.
You're spending more than you make every single month.
Yep.
Where's the money coming from? You put it on credit cards?
Yes.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble. It's sort of irrelevant to go down the rest of the CSP because, right? How's that strike you? Is that a lot of money, a little money? What do you think? Becca, you're shaking your head.
It's not a lot of money.
Okay.
We make it work. We make it work quite well.
Okay. Nikki?
Yeah.
A lot or a little?
It's not a lot, especially where we live.
Okay. Shall we?
That's $9,150.
Okay, cool. So that's collectively the two of you make $109,800 per year. Did you know that?
I didn't
Well,
know
it's not
that.
actually, because that's not actually how much we make.
Hold on. Let's just answer my question and then you can get into the complexity. Nikki, did you know that?
I didn't.
Okay.
Worldviews, you'll find that you'll keep having the same fights over and over, which are usually about something totally unrelated. Like when couples fight about how much one person spent at the grocery store, the fight is not about cute.
Literally look at some numbers and they don't even make any meaning of it. They just go, that's a number. And that's essentially it. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it up? Don't know. It's a number.
When I hear it's a number, it gives me a big clue on what's going on. Most people log into their checking account, they see a number, and they stop right there. They don't really understand what that means. Is that good?
Why are you playing so small?
It's a great question.
Ugh, that's an existential one. That phrasing.
Yeah, I know your philosophy is focus on the $30,000 questions versus the $30 questions or the $3 questions. And $3 plus $3 plus $3 many, many times adds up to $1,000. And because I haven't been able to crack through to make more, then I've maxed out at $40,000.
Worried about money. And then 10 years ago, my dad died and my mom was left without even $1. That caused a lot of anxiety.
Romy, you've said you're carrying the full financial and emotional burden. Do you feel like you are in a true partnership?
No.
I'm upset. I'm upset hearing it spelled out to me. And I'm upset that my wife...
September. I'll be talking with couples who have been married for 10 years. I'll be talking with couples who are on their second date, live on stage, totally unscripted and raw. I'll be in Atlanta, September 14th, and Los Angeles, September 26th. Get more info and tickets by visiting iwt.com/events.
You talk about money?
Yeah, we talk about money.
Ooh, what was that deep breath you just took?
Because it always ends in a fight, usually.
Is that right?
Have you not heard anything that I've said? You don't have the kind of bank account to just be giving away money at the moment. You don't even have $5 savings. So it kind of felt like everything I'd spent my energy talking about for an hour was almost pointless. And I felt really deflated and unheard.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Travis, I'd love to hear your perspective.
I feel very overwhelmed and a bit numb in a sense because this has gone on for so long. She said some things this weekend as well that were literally I always say that we're going to go fishing. I mean, we're always going to have our fishing rods and our boats to go and catch fish to eat, just to provide for ourselves. So I think maybe because I feel that I can always make money until I can't move anymore, I'll just go out, I'll just catch it, man. It's fine. So I think that's possibly a problem that I have, that I've had.
Yeah. So you haven't worried about money. So therefore, you haven't really heard Romy's pleas or concerns. You use the fishing metaphor. We can always go fishing. We can always be self-sufficient if something really bad happens. And therefore, it's kind of fine. Hard and not knowing if there's enough money. When you hear that, and when you think of that example, what does that bring up for you?
I just started sweating and I feel really anxious.
How many times do you think that you've done that?
More than 100.
Wow. So paint the picture for me. What's happening exactly?
Mostly I'm at a store and I've gone to buy us groceries for dinner. And I get to the till point and then I tap my card.
August, I never filed the tax return for that year. When I came back in South Africa, I tried to make contact with HMRC, which is Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. I tried to look for advice. I went through debt advisors. I almost went bankrupt just to try and break down what's happening there. But I didn't forget about it. I was like, well, I'm trying my best and I can't get through with this, And all this time went past. And then about a year and a half ago, out of nowhere, the South African Revenue Service, 17 up until now, and it's gained so much interest.
That's the remainder, roughly $18,000 of that past tax debt, including penalties, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which may be erased. We're in the process. It might all be dropped.
All right. Let's look at the income. Travis, can you tell me the combined gross monthly income, please?
Yeah, sure. It's $10,888.
All right. So that means that combined annually, the two of you make approximately $130,000.
Yeah.
Who knew that number?
But I kind of knew what my weekly is and her weekly. So I think this goes back to...
That's a no. And Romy's shaking her head no. So nobody knew how much they actually make per year.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you for continuing my statistics. 50% of the couples on this show do not know how much their annual income is. So what do you think that suggests? I'm not blaming you. I certainly don't mean for anyone to feel ignorant or stupid. That's never the intention. What do you think it implies eating out?
Yeah, eating out, coffee. We drink a lot of coffee.
Okay. How much does a black coffee cost there?
About $3.
Sloppy thinking hides behind complexity. When you have crisp, clear decisions, when you are decisive, you can answer questions in a single sentence. Let's practice it. See if you can do this. If I asked you, how much do you make? Could you answer that? If I asked you, where do you choose to spend your money? Could you answer that in one sentence? What's your philosophy on money? Can you answer those questions in one sentence? You should be able to. Let's take their land purchase, for example. They dropped a ton of money, but they can't say if it's an investment.
I'm at this prestigious high school. Everyone's got so much money and my mom's money's running out. But when I say anything and everything, my mother always had a new car, whatever we wanted, man. And it was cash because she sold the house and she had cash. She had literally R1 million in 2001. It was a lot of money. By today's standard, it's probably about almost $2 million, something like that. So she literally went for it and she just spent it all.
And her financial situation now?
Very bad. Very bad. Terrible. But thankfully, she's about 2 years away from owning a property. Small, modest property, but 2 years away. But she nearly lost it about 3 or 4 times in the 20 years.
What lessons do you take away as you look back at your childhood all the way to your teenage years with money?
I feel it's quite irresponsible, the way that the money was spent when I was younger, and how there's no accountability for your actions. And I don't want to be the same. I don't want to follow in the pathway of my mom and dad. I need to start to implement systems now so that in 10 years time, 20 years time, I'm not in the same position.
I, the reassurer, the avoider who uses a series of conscious and unconscious techniques to avoid money, will say anything. Okay, I hear you, babe. Okay, I'm going to do better. Okay, I'll put $10 aside. Okay. How familiar is this to both of you?
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. Not only is this part of the repertoire of an avoider, which I describe in the book, but we see this specialized dynamic, the reassurer, or what I call the ignorant reassurer. It's almost always a man, because men often see their job, their role in a heterosexual relationship is to calm her down. Oh, she's spinning up. I need to calm it down because I'm the level-headed one. I don't want to get too emotional. So they'll say like, it's going to be fine. Don't worry. And if someone were talking to me like that, okay, I would actually feel more emotional. Like, no, you don't understand. It's actually not going to be okay. So now we've established the boundaries. The more she says, I'm worried, the more Travis goes, it's going to be fine. And then the more Romy goes, it's actually not going to be fine. So we have this dynamic. And let's add on one additional wrinkle. Travis is ignorant of the numbers, right? You don't know the numbers. So